Steam has a simulator for absolutely everything. You can simulate running a tailor shop, unblocking a city's flooded drains, genetically engineering racehorses, and this is a real game that exists, trading babies as a stock market commodity across 7 alien planets. These are the greatest quirky simulators released on Steam in 2026, and every single one of them is an absolute banger. We open proceedings with the most grounded entry on this list, a simulator about running a tailor shop. You build a workshop, design clothing collections, interact with customers, and gradually expand until you somehow conquered the fashion industry with a single sewing machine. It's cozy, it's methodical, and it's the kind of game that sounds completely unremarkable until you're 3 hours in and genuinely stressed about whether your summer collection is going to shift enough units before the winter season hits. Consider it the warm-up act, because what follows gets considerably stranger. Horsey Game presents itself innocently enough. Collect, breed, and race horses. What it neglects to mention on the front page is that you can also genetically modify your horses using a CRISPR simulation. Sell an exploding horse to a rival barn and then accidentally bet on it in a race. One reviewer summarised the experience as follows: I forced a carny I kidnapped to breed with a horse, and it made a writhing corpse that couldn't move by its own means. So then I bred that thing with its own human father, and it made another cursed being that won a race. So I sold it to be put down and turned to glue. It currently has an overwhelmingly positive rating, which is the correct rating. Bogos Binted is technically tagged as a simulation on Steam, which is either a mistake or the most accurate description of what it simulates. An evening on the moon playing card games with aliens who don't speak English and will bite your head off if you lose. It's a collection of multiplayer card games, including one called Zoggy, where you press down on an alien's teeth and it bites off your head if you pick the wrong one. The developer sold 100,000 copies and wrote publicly that seeing the community grow makes every late night worth it. In this economy, Zoggy is saving lives. DrainSim is a game about unblocking drains. More specifically, you are Plunger Guy, an anonymous handyman who slowly becomes a local hero as you clear a flooded city, one submerged street at a time, armed with rakes, submersible pumps, generators, and a quiet dignity of a person who chose this. The water physics are apparently exceptional. One reviewer wrote that they left their computer to go and cook dinner while waiting for a level to drain, which is either a design flaw or the most relaxing gaming experience available in 2026. A radio host provides live commentary on your progress, which is a great little feature. In DrainSim, you are becoming an urban legend, one drain at a time. Trust Me, I Nailed It is free. It's also genuinely one of the most original game concepts of the year. You play a video editor hired by a warrior who is spectacularly bad at fighting monsters, so your job is to take the footage of their disasters and edit it into something that looks like a heroic victory. You analyse enemy attack patterns, arrange clips on the timeline, and construct the illusion of competence from raw chaos. It takes about 2 hours to finish, with one reviewer calling it simultaneously nostalgic and contemporary. It was made by new developers at Krafton's indie program in Korea. It's free, so there's no excuse not to play it. Did I mention that it's free? We close with a game that has the strongest claim to be the best title in Steam's history. Space Warlord Baby Trading Simulator is exactly what it says, a stock market simulator in which you buy low, sell high, and short the futures of alien babies across 7 planets. Because the developer looked at capitalism and decided that the most honest way to satirise it was to make you literally profit from the lives of infants. It's made by Strange Scaffold, the studio behind I Am Your Beast, and the creative director described it as, quote, one of the best games we've ever made, and I have no idea how to explain it to my newborn child, end quote. Neither do I, but here we are. So that's 6 simulators, 1 exploding horse, 1 alien biting your head off, and 1 city saved by a man with a plunger. Steam is everything, doesn't it? The links for these games are in the description, and the Trust Me I Nailed It one is free, so you have no excuses. See you next time.